Senator Daines, who just paid me a profound compliment, noting my uncanny resemblance to Mr. LaCerte, which is a huge compliment to me. And I put down to Mr. LaCerte, you know, 20 years ago, you had a lot of the women in the country were getting the Rachel haircut, and now we're all getting the LaCerte. So, Senator Daines.
If the chairman would put away his razor for about a month, I think we'd have a real uncanny resemblance there. So thank you, Chairman Lee, as well as Ranking Member Heinrich. I want to first congratulate the nominees today, and I want to invite you both to come out to Montana to see the issues that we're talking about here today. We are rich in energy resources in Montana, which we're very grateful. The FERC's mission, as stated on their website, is, and I quote, to assist consumers in obtaining reliable, safe, secure, and economically efficient energy. FERC is not and should not be a climate regulator. FERC is and should remain an independent body that focuses on safety and economics and stays true to the mission. My first question is for both Ms. Sweat and Mr. LaCerte, and it's been the same for many of the FERC nominees that have come before this committee over the past several years. It's a yes or no question. Do you agree that FERC's primary mission is to be an economic and safety regulator? I'll start with Ms. Sweat.
Thank you for the question, Senator. Yes, I absolutely agree that FERC is an economic regulator primarily.
Mr. LaCerte.
Yes, Senator.
Will you commit to review each decision that comes before you at the Commission fairly, impartially, and through the lens of providing affordable, reliable, and safe energy? Ms. Sweat?
Yes, Senator. I make that commitment wholeheartedly.
Mr. LaCerte?
Yes, Senator, absolutely.
Thank you. I want to pivot and talk a bit about hydropower permitting reform. Hydropower provides the second largest share of electricity generation in Montana. It's a wonderful source of renewable energy and baseload power and a very affordable and reliable power. Many of the existing dams are currently undergoing relicensing. Unfortunately, the existing process is broken and can take nearly a decade to relicense a hydropower dam that has been operating for 4 decades. I've worked long and hard in a very bipartisan way in this committee to make changes to that process. This includes modest changes to speed up the process, focus it on the actual effects of the project moving forward, instead of a wish list of mandatory conditions from agencies and outside stakeholders. My question again for Ms. Sweat and Mr. LaCerte, do you agree that we need to speed up licensing and relicensing for hydropower in order to continue to grow and maintain renewable baseload sources?
Thank you for the question, Senator. Given our unprecedented demand that we're facing, getting every single molecule of electricity on the grid is of tantamount importance. And that includes hydro and the wonderful resource it is, particularly for your state. And I understand that these hydro license owners are facing diminishing resources, and it's very difficult for them in general to operate in many cases. And I am committed to doing whatever I can, if I have the honor of being confirmed, at taking a hard look at FERC's piece of the relicensing process, although I understand there are many players there, as you mentioned, states and several federal agencies. So within the powers that Congress grants the agency, I commit to you that I will take a hard look at it if I'm confirmed with my colleagues to see what we can do to be more efficient for your license owners.
Thank you. Mr. LaCerte.
Senator, thank you. I first want to acknowledge that hydro is an important component of our energy mix. And we need to do a better job of not only reforming the licensing for hydro, but across the board. It takes too long to do business with our government. It takes too long to invest in our infrastructure. And we need to do a better job everywhere. And also I want to confirm with the record here that I accept your invitation to come to Montana.
All right, thank you. That could involve a fly rod here, speaking of hydropower, so.
You know, I'll do whatever it takes.
All right, thank you. Well, thank you. And let me just close with this brief statement. And Ms. Sway, you just mentioned the demands and needs that we have going forward here in terms of energy in our country. If we're going to meet demand, we simply need more of virtually every energy source. We simply need to be building more, which includes permitting more, and trying to accelerate getting, as you said, more of these electrons on the grid. More natural gas, more coal, more hydropower, more nuclear, more geothermal, more wind, more solar. We need more electrons. I encourage the nominees to keep that in the back, and I might argue the front of your minds when you're making decisions on the future of U.S. energy policy. So thank you for being before this committee today and for your willingness to serve in these very important roles for our great country.